Hello everyone and welcome back to So Sick Airways, the only way to fly. This is your boy Captain Rob and we are back in the Kit Fox 2. Yeah, let's get into it. So hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're in the Kit Fox and we've got a new livery, care of flight.to. Ooh, look at this. It's called the Crimson. Oh, it's nice. It's very nice. It's nice, like my wife. Let's have a look. So we got the air streaker tires. See, now I really love the fact that they've coloured in the writing. I think that makes like a really good touch. It just makes it look like just that extra bit cool, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, look at this. I love the detail on this livery. It's so sick. Oh, yeah, it's great. Oh, gorgeous. So yeah, as you can see, it's early morning at the moment, and we are in Alaska. Now, what we got planned for you today, and I imagine for the next couple of episodes, what we're going to do, we're going to fly from Alaska all the way to Russia, and then we're going to head south and we're going to go to Korea all the way down to Japan. It's going to be amazing. We're going to do loads of bush flying along the way, loads of cool stuff. We're going to go through all sorts of like ravines and all the places in the North Korea that you're not supposed to go to. We're going to check them out, see what's going on. Maybe get arrested, maybe end up in some camp somewhere, who knows. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And I'm so pleased you guys have come along for the ride. Just going a little swig of my coffee a second. There we go. Okay, so let's have a look at the flight plan, shall we? Just so you guys have got a better idea about what we're up to and where we're going. So here's the flight plan. Got it up in Navigraph. As you can see, we're starting up in Papa Alpha Kilo Lima. And that's actually on the little tail bit that pokes out from Alaska. So you see how you got like Alaska here. You've got this beautiful mountain range down there, all the way down through Canada. Gorgeous. Be nice to have checked that out, actually. In fact, we probably will do at some point. But what we're doing here, what the plan is, we're going to take in some of the natural scenery. We're going to go across some of the mountains into some of the valleys. This big main valley here, for example, we're going to cut through all of there. Out of here to head in west, head in sort of like a northwesterly. Keep heading. Then we're going to be heading south over this bit. You know, God knows what that's all going to look like. Going to look so sick. Can't wait. Now, what these look like volcanoes. And this looks like a volcano here, and this one down here certainly looks like a volcano. So we'll check those out. We won't be flying too close to them, but we'll get as close as we can. You know, well, this one is going to be pretty close, so that'll be fun. Yeah, that's basically it. We're heading south, then this way, and then all the way down to Papa Alpha Alpha Lima. Now, on the actual brief I got from SimBrief, it's telling me that this is going to take about 4 hours. So this could very well be a two separate videos, or maybe 3 separate videos, or maybe even just one, depending on how I feel. But we'll see. Yeah, but the plan is, we'll just go back to the Navigraph a second. So the plan is to, once we have done all of these bits here, we're going to cut across these islands. Here, look, all across these islands, all the way across, up to here, boom, onto this landmass here, this island here, which is, I believe, part of Russia, I think. That's Korea there. I know that much. So I'm pretty certain that's Russia. So we're going to go there. We'll check it out. We'll fly south, over these islands, down to here, and then all the way down into Japan, which is here. And then we'll jump over to South Korea. We'll go through Korea, go through North Korea, and then back into Russia, back into Siberia. I mean, look at Siberia. Oh, God, look at it. It's just such a beast. Look at that. That's the Himalayas there, look. Oh, God. It is just aggressive, isn't it? So aggressive. Does nature follow life? Maybe? I don't know. Probably not the right thing. Anyway, yeah. So, cool. That's what we're going to be up to. So let's get crackarooning then, shall we? Okay, so in the Kit Fox, lovely jubbly. Let's have a little look around it. We already did that actually, to be fair, but we just need to do our sort of our little ground check. So let's just do that. Let's just have a little look at the propellers. Do they look good? Oh, where am I going? Yep, they look nice. Flaps all work okay as far as I know. I love that bear on the wing. Oh, that looks great. Oh, it's really nice, isn't it? Like, look at the colours there. Look at how the light reflects off that red. Oh, so good. So good. Okay, cool. Now, I don't want to ruin this for you, but behind all these trees here, something really rather spectacular. A fantastic view. It's about 7 AM at the moment. So let's get back into the cockpit. Right, head tracking on. Sweet. Let's put that drone controller over here. So I've been playing around with the controls. I've been trying to get it so that the controls are a bit more, you know, so they don't like freak out. I've noticed that I've got a few key bindings that have been bound to the same key on certain ones, and I've been going for it to try and fix it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we've sorted it out. So I'm just taking my boots off. Ugh. I've got the Thrustmaster pedals, and I've noticed that if you wear shoes with it, it's really it's really twitchy and really difficult to use. But if you take off your boots or your shoes or whatever you're wearing, your trainers, you get a really nice purchase, as Alan Partridge would say, on the rudder pedals. They're pretty good. I actually got them second hand on eBay for like I think it's like 60 quid, which, to be honest with you, bit of a steal. So I think if you're after rudder pedals yourselves, I don't think you need to spend like a fortune on rudder pedals. I think rudder pedals are something that, you know, if you're doing general aviation, cool. If you're doing bush flying, yeah, you may want some decent ones, but don't like break the bank over them, for God's sakes. Okay, so let's have a look. So what we're doing, so we've got our master batteries on. What's going on with our fuel? Need to turn that on. Cool. Let's get our avionics on. Here we go. And now hopefully the flight plan's all loaded in. Let's just zoom out and have a look. Let's just go to here, zoom out. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. Yeah, cool. Cool. Let's just zoom back in. Bump. And okay, so fuel pump A on and B on. Yes, let's just turn our... Let's give ourselves a bit of throttle. About there. There we go, engine's up and running, nice. Lovely, okay, so we're going to want our landing lights on, beacon on, our nav and our strobe. Cool, we're looking good. Runway, oops, put my head right through the glass. It's looking nice. So let's get this bird in the air, shall we? Where am I going? Right, let's go speed up. Let's get in that air. Ah, what a dreadful takeoff. Funny though. Let's power down the speed a little bit. There we go. Okay, just sit back and just adjust my seat a second. There we go. That's good. Let's bring the mic a bit closer to my mouth here because I'm sat a bit far back in my seat. This is good though. So yeah, see what I was saying? Pretty amazing, isn't it? Alaska's quite nice. You can see why so many people come up here. So many of the great bush pilots. This is pretty much their playground. you blame them, really, to be fair? Like, it's pretty awesome. Oh, look at this, look. Wow, look at that. That truly is something else. Tremendous. Okay, so we're currently at 1,000 feet above sea level. Obviously we're not, that's obviously not where we actually are at, because the ground is definitely not 1,000 feet. That's more like, it's more like 2,000 feet. That's the runway we just took off from. Okay, and now we're straight in a straight line here. So we're going over a hill here, so we need to gain a bit of altitude. So I'm just going to start us on to about 10 degrees here. We took off there without any flaps. And granted, the takeoff wasn't particularly great, but it was still, you know. That's the thing about these foxes. They literally will just want to fly, man. They just want to be in the air. That is it. That's all they care about. They just want to be up and in the air. And who can blame them? Here we go. Let's get ourselves up over that ridge there. Let's adjust the trim slightly so we've got a bit of a climb without having to actually hold back too much on the stick. Now my only interactions or knowledge or any kind of, you know, experience with Alaska has been through, of course, you know, the TV shows, Sarah Palin, Werner Herzog, Grizzly Man, you know, those sorts of things. I have to say, actually no, also 7 Days a Night, was it? That Josh Brolin vampire film. It's literally like night time for 7 days. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I've never been here. I've never been to Alaska. I'm guessing it's not really somewhere that a lot of Europeans tend to decide they want to go. I mean, certainly as a Brit, like you wouldn't be like, oh, I know what, let's go somewhere that's like, you know, freezing cold. Because, you know, for the most part, Britain's pretty cold throughout the year. So a lot of Brits tend to want to go to warmer climates rather than to cold climates, although skiing obviously is something that's very popular among the British in terms of holidays, although, you know, whenever they're in the Winter Olympics we never ever do very well. Certainly nowhere near as good as the Swiss. Got a straight line to follow for the moment, so let's get some nice camera angles, shall we? Oh, there we go. Oh, turn our landing lights on. Put the nav back on. Hey guys, so yeah, cool. Just got some really nice snaps. That'd be a perfect one for the cover, which would be lovely. Oh, I mean, look at this here. Look. Now, if ever there was an invitation to a bush pilot, I'm sorry, but that's an invitation. And who are we? Would we be rude to pass up on such a delightful invitation. It would be very rude, so let's go check it out. Back down the throttle a little bit because we don't want to stress the engine. I'd say that's about right. It's about a good amount of altitude there. Starting to see the ripples in the lake. Lots of ripples in the lake. Is that fish? Could be. A whole lot of salmon on Alaska, man. Oh, it's a whole lot of salmon. Let's just pump up the volume here a minute. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Yeah, cool. Okay, so here's the problem here. Now we run the risk of getting stuck in there, and we probably should have gone over that ridge over there because now we are venturing into big terrain land. I mean, if you just look at the this here, for example, it basically tells you what's in front of you. Big, scary mountains. We could probably get back up that way. We could probably do this. I'll tell you what, let's just gain some altitude from here, and then we won't need to worry too much about getting out of this ridge. But we'll just sort of go over it slightly. It's the steep ridges I worry about, because then once you get locked inside a valley, it's tricky to get out of it. Let's see. You guys hear that wind? Okay, cool. So we've got like a big open expanse here. It's not too bad. Bearing in mind this is of course taking us way off our magenta line here, so we probably should look at that gap over there. Just through there, look. Yeah, let's head that way. To be fair, our plane already is heading that way. Looks like old Foxy knows what she wants. What Foxy wants, Foxy gets. Cool. Let's go this way. Let's ease off the power a little bit. They've done a lovely job for Alaska, haven't they? This looks fantastic. We're gonna have to go back to Siberia because Siberia didn't look like they'd spent a lot of time on it. It looks like they just kind of got the aerial photography and just slapped a load of trees on top of it, because the aerial photography they had wasn't particularly great, or was you know, like the scale was too massive or something. Because this looks like it, you know, the trees actually look like they belong where they are. So if you remember from my previous Siberian video that I did, it was like you were looking at a map, like you're basically just flying over a map, and there was patches where you could clearly see on the map, oh yeah, that's obviously a forest, but no trees has been generated in the sim, which is surprising because I'd have thought that the AI would have picked it up, but obviously not. Naughty black shark. I am really struggling to understand or struggling to imagine how the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is going to compare to this, because this is flipping excellent. Like, I mean, look at this. Look at that ridge in front of us, that mountain. You've got snow on one side and none on the other. That's pretty fucking impressive that they've done that. I bet when the guys made this, they were so chuffed with it. It doesn't surprise me at all why the devs still work on this now. It's like, what, we've got Sim Update 15 coming out next week. It's like, you know, like they've been updating it since 2020, and it's because they love it. It's because they absolutely love it. And obviously Microsoft has just been like, Hasbro, this is your baby, make it awesome. We want it to be the best. And yeah, it is by far the best. I mean, like, look at this, for God's sakes. Honestly, I could play. I will be playing this game, or variations of it, until the day I die. Even if I become a professional pilot, and I become, like, you know, I get my PPL or whatever. Even if I do that, I will still play this game, because it is so breathtakingly gorgeous. But they've just got it right. Absolutely nailed it. I mean, look at that hill over there, or that mountaintop, and look at the light reflecting off it, off the shadows, and the clouds moving over it, and the shadow, like, look at that shadow going over the window screen there, look. It's just, how on earth are they going to compete with this? How on earth are they going to improve upon it? I just don't think they can. It is going to look so good. It'll probably be indistinguishable from reality in, I would say, 20 years. That's what I'd say, 20 years. How am I now? 42. So 20 years from now, I'll be 62. Oh god, that's terrifying, isn't it? God, I'll be 62 in 20 years. Oh god. Make it stop. So yeah, I'll be 62 in 2 decades time. Christ. And there'll probably be an amazing flight simulator out that I'll be playing, that I'll be absolutely loving. Pissing off my wife and kids, being like, what are you doing? Dad, why'd you always play flight simulator? It's so lame. And I'll be like, is it lame though? Is it lame? Because look at it. I think that's what So Sick Airways, this YouTube channel really is. It's just a love letter to this sim. I mean, how can you? I mean, fair enough, you know, the airline pilot guys that fly the airline pilots in Microsoft Flight Simulator, great, hats off to you if that's what you love and that's what you enjoy, fantastic. But take a look at what you're missing. Look at what you're missing down here though. Sure, fly the airliners every now and again, really fun, really great, awesome. You're all the way up there and you're missing all that's going on down here. I mean, look at this. The colour separation, the contrast of the trees. Me about to hit into the side of the hillside, you know, it's just so cool. Just going over this ridge here, look. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, and look what's in front of us here. What on earth is this? It's just something else, isn't it? I mean, let's like, let's be honest, it is just something else entirely. That's a bit better. Now I've got these, got this now on my little. I've got two smaller screens that sit in front of my main screen, where I can basically just put my avionics in. It works really well. It's really, really awesome. PAII. There we go. Okay, so I'm flying off slightly here. So let's just get back on track. I think what we'll do actually is we'll pop on the autopilot for a little bit, just while we're flying over these beautiful mountains here, just to kind of give you guys a bit of like a nice low hum of the engine. 1 second, let me just adjust the altitude. So how high are we at the minute? We're at 1,100 feet. Let's go to... Yeah, that's not let me do it. That's weird. There we go, altitude. Let's go to, let's say 2,500. There we go, we'll do that. Okay, so nav mode on, vertical airspeed on, vertical airspeed, yep, let's just move that to about there. Autopilot, here we go. Should be on GPS. Yep, we are. Good. So we're now flying back to the Magellan line. Our vertical airspeed is on. We're climbing up at 300 feet per minute. Look at this. Holy shit. There we go. Now we should bank around to the right slightly. Says any moment now. Okay, so let's just pump up our speed a little bit. Vertical airspeed. Where are we? So we can go. Here, isn't it? There we go. Let's pump that up to about 1,000. Yeah, 1,000, I reckon. Could probably do 1,000. Let's go full throttle. How's that? Yep, we can definitely do 1,000. Let's go again. A bit more. 1,003. 1,005. Okay, we're starting to lose speed there. So let's just bend it down a bit to about 1,003. There we go. That gets where we need to be. Let's just pump up our... How are we for altitude? Are we looking alright? Do you want to go a bit further up? Wow-wee. I mean, what the hell is that? Look at that. That's the first volcano, isn't it? Of course it is. It's honestly so cool. That in itself is just amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it really is something else, right? So cool, we're coming up to our first waypoint here. A lot of love has gone into Alaska, man. Jesus Christ, look at this place. They have spared no expense on making sure that Alaska looks awesome. I mean, to be fair, you would, wouldn't you? I mean, if this is, you know, the majority of customers for Microsoft Flight Simulator are based in the United States, and they know very well how majestic and beautiful Alaska is. So they're going to be coming here for bush flying, 100%. So, you know, it is absolutely up to you to make sure that this looks incredible. They've done a stellar job. There's no wonder this game won so many awards. It is incredible. Okay, so where are we heading now? So we're heading towards mountains. We're going to be going through a bit of a mountain pass. Let me just switch to the... we'll just switch to our Dewberry. Okay, so this is a Navigraph charts. That's us flying down. So we are going to be clipping some of these ridges here. We've got a bit of a hill in front of us here which we're going to fly over. And we are going to be going quite close to these banks, so I'm probably going to need to get a bit of altitude going just to get us over those bits. Or I could fly manually. Yeah, I think we'll fly manually. You know, otherwise what's the point? Okay, so I can see what we're doing here, so we can just sort of maybe zoom in a little bit. Let's have a closer look at this. You can sort of see the ridges that we're going over. Kind of. That's okay. I'm guessing that's that little mound there that we're going over. How high are we? 2,500. Okay, let's just let's stay at that. We'll let the autopilot take us as far as we can until it gets a bit ropey, and then we'll and then I'll take over. Golly gosh, look at that. There you go. Sorry about that. It's kind of made it the afternoon. Oh my goodness. It's just so insane. What a game. I mean, granted, I've made it so there's like no wind. So there's absolutely no wind on us at all here. But still, you know, it's tremendous, right? How are we for fuel? Pretty good. Pretty damn decent. Someone's house down there. Cute. One of those Alaskan wilderness people, family people that, you know, go up and live up here. This might be a very naive thing to say, but can you just claim land in Alaska and just, like, you know, set up shop? Just be like, yep, well, I'm going to land here, and now I'm going to build a house, and I'm going to start, you know, fishing, I'm going to start hunting, and I'm literally just going to have a house right here. I'm going to have a moat around my house to stop any big-ass bears coming in and getting me. Big moat full of, I don't know, maybe some lava from a local volcano, something like that, you know, just keep them out. Yeah, just basically be like a little king. Be a king of this plot of land I've decided is going to be mine. That could be pretty cool. I'm tempted to try and land on that. Ugh. Rob, resist it. Oh, I would love to have landed on that. That'd been cool. It's a very zigzaggy river. Look at this. Okay, so we're coming into the mountains now. This mountain pass, we should be able to get around it fairly straightforward, like. There's a bit of wind going on there. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly turn off the autopilot and we're going to take over. From here, we're just going to fly in and around these ridges. I've got my Navigraph chart up and I've got it zoomed in so we can see where we're going to go, but to be honest with you, a bit of dead reckoning through here shouldn't be too bad. We just want to basically go down that way and then take a right. So we're going to do that. And we want to just hug the side of this ridge of this mountain over here, because that way then we can see through the doorway and get a wider angle of where to go. That's how you bush fly. In terms of safety anyway. Okay, so now we want to go down that way. As you can see, it's nice and open, so that's cool. So we can just adjust ourselves here. Bit of speed. Not massively high up, but we are high to a certain degree. Oh, we've lost our tracking on our plane. There we go. Well, he says as his nose dives down. Let's get a bit of altitude here, because otherwise we might be a bit worried where we're going and what we're doing. Yeah, see now, if we have a little look here, you can see that would have taken us quite close to the mountainside. The autopilots. It's kind of good that I took over just there, just to try and make sure we get through this okay. Yeah, I mean it's fantastically beautiful. I mean, look at this, so bloody stunning. Right, okay, so let's just throttle down a little bit so we can just decrease our altitude here. Not too far down. Then let's bend ourselves around to the right. Are we looking pretty good? That's 70 knots, cool. Don't need any flaps or anything here, we're pretty good. Yeah, some terrain there, that's nice. Nice to see the terrain. Okay, and then we're going to be following this river here. So let's just throttle back up. Get ourselves out of the descent. And then what we'll do is we will adjust the... So here we're at 2,000 feet, so let's just adjust the altitude on here to 2,000. There we go. And let's hit autopilot. There we are. Altitude hold. Autopilot on. Great. There we go. Nice. Let's find our way back to that magenta line. And we'll start following this river. Then what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm just going to leave you all to it for the moment and let you enjoy the flight by yourselves, just so you can take in the vistas and enjoy the gentle hum of the Kit Fox 2 in your ear holes. We've just reached an hour in terms of my recording here, so it's looking like we are going to probably land at a different airport than what we've originally got planned in the flight plan. There is another airport that's a bit further up. We'll make a note of that and then we'll take off again for the next episode. But for now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the hum and them vistas. Yeah, beautiful. See you guys in a Moses. So yeah, this is funny and stuff, y'all, but let's get down to business, shall we? Let's take off the autopilot and let's fly on down to that river. Woo-wee, let's go! Hopefully this didn't surprise you if you were listening to this in your headphones, having a little chilled out sesh, like I'm blaring in your ears. Sorry about that. Kind of reminds me of this time I was in Mexico and we had a bus coach between where we were staying and we were going to Chichen Itza, and my partner and I fell asleep on the coach on the way back because we were so shattered and obviously sunburnt and everything else. And the guy with the microphone would be like, "Hello, everyone!" And then so you literally like wake up like, what the hell? Yeah, fun though. This is nice. Okay, so you were never supposed to come this far down, Robert. Don't you know anything, Captain Rob? You weren't supposed to come this far down. That's why the textures look like miminu, pixelated to high heaven. That's okay. We can let them off, I think, to be fair. So there is a runway strip ahead of us. We've been flying now for what? An hour and 10 minutes? I think, if you don't count for the fact that I stopped and paused it, making screenshots and stuff. I think maybe if we... There's a lot of trees knocking around, isn't there? If we were to do a bush landing around here, we need to find a big open space. So let's have a look. See what we can find. Let's get a bit of altitude going on, so we can have a better look at what's available to us. A lot of trees everywhere, isn't there? Yeah. Could be a big open plain over there, but there is definitely, we are getting close to a runway. There's one a little bit over this direction. We'll just pop the autopilot back on a second. We'll just have a little look. So, one moment, please, everybody. Oh, whoa, I'm really banking hard here with the autopilot, aren't I? Let me just... There we go. It's getting back up the altitude, isn't it? That's why. Oh, it's cool from up here. Okay, so where are we? Right, let's just have a look on Navigraph. Okay, it is Papa Alpha India. Okay, so we'll just go bonk. Add that to the route. Make it our destination. Oh shit! It's made it our destination for the right to the end. Right. Okay. So we need to go into here, really. One moment, please, caller. Just throttle down, so I don't want to be revving the tits off this engine. About there we go. Okay. So we'll come here. Turn off the head tracking for a moment. Right, so direct to, there it is. So direct to, select waypoint, bearing distance. How do we do that? There it is. Insert in flight plan. Okay, so this one here, we want to be direct to in there. Yep, there we go. Bosh. Okay, sweet. So now we are flying directly to that airport. And is it giving an estimated time of arrival? Yes, it is. Estimated time of arrival, 25 minutes. Sweet. That's not too bad. Okay, let's just zoom out a second so we can see where we're going. Oh, there we go. There is it. Oh, there's a big airport up here. Nah, we'll stick with this one because it doesn't really. Let's zoom in a second and see what we're dealing with in terms of runways. Doesn't tell you. Okay. Cool. Just do this for a moment. We'll throttle ourselves up so we can get a bit of speed going. Alright, cool. There we go. Awesome. Right. So now flying direct there. Okay, so it does look to me like we're probably going to be alright with regards to altitude. So I'm going to turn our altitude down a little bit. Let's go to 4,500. Here a sec. I left my fuel pumps on the entire time. Fuel looks alright. Pretty certain that would mess up my aircraft, but hey ho. What we'll do, we'll fly there with autopilot, and then once we get there, we'll have a little look around and see what's what, and then get an idea where the airfield is and when we need to come in from, what approach we need to take, because that's how you do it in bush flying. You can't really, unless obviously, you know, if you're bush flying, you've probably never landed in an airfield like that before in your life. So, you know, what do these buttons do again? I can't actually remember what these buttons do. Maybe I'll never look. Oh yeah, that wheelie thing and E-power. I'm not sure what the E-power does. Interesting. Might make an effort to actually read the manual at some point. Might have a little read of it tonight, in fact, in between playing Satisfactory on my Steam Deck, which is a new game that I've got that I absolutely love. I'm really into logistics. I don't know what it is, but like building things, and you know, like when you pump this into this, it becomes this. It's so odd. Like I really love it. Got a horrendous toothache at the minute. My left side back tooth is giving me some problems. I think I grind my teeth in my sleep. I have massive anxiety. I think what it's done is it's manifested into my jaw muscles. Really bloody annoying. And it's like crushing my back molars. My back left molars like throbbing with pain. Really very irritating. I like how the sun's coming out, so that's nice. Yeah, cool. Very cool. How are we doing with time? 17 minutes. Okay, that's nice. Let's pull up actually what this airport looks like in real life, shall we? That might be fun. So, boom. Let's go here. So Sick Airways. And we're going to... Oh, you can see all the things I've been searching for. When is Sim Update 15 coming out? What is it? Where are we going again? It is Papa Alpha India India Airport. Look at this. Which one should we look at? This one? That gives us the graph. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, let's have a look at Wikipedia. Yep, there we go. So, Egegik Airport is a city-owned public-use airport serving Egegik, a city in the Lake and Peninsula Borough of United States state of Alaska. Scheduled passenger service is available at this airport, as per Federal Aviation records. Okay, cool. Let's just highlight this, and then let's have a look at images. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, wow. It's like a full-on little Alaska town. Oh, that's nice. Cool. Well, I look forward to seeing it. Look forward to landing there. We do a spot of fishing. One thing I used to do, which was really, really fun, actually, when I first got Microsoft Flight Simulator, is I used to fly... Well, basically, I took off from my local airport at Oxford, and I flew south to Bognor Regis, and then I went over to France, and then went into France, and then before I realised I was actually flying the whole of Europe, and then before I knew that I was then flying over the Mediterranean, then I was flying over Africa, and then I flew from Africa over the Atlantic, and then I ended up in America. And what I was doing is at every stop I was making, I was going onto YouTube and I was typing in things to do in Santa Barbara, or wherever I was landed, or things to do in the PAKL Islands, or whatever it was. And I just watched YouTube videos on like the area that I'd landed to sort of see what the vibe was like, you know. It was really cool. I really enjoyed doing it. It was nice. It's a shame the golden age of exploration was completed over the sea, wasn't it, with seafaring vessels, because if we all had our own private aircraft like this, we could just fucking get in and just go exploring. It's kind of why I love this game so much, because you can just do that. You can just get in and go exploring. Trent Palmer and his pals, they don't know how good they got it to be able to do this in real life, but they absolutely love it. You would, wouldn't you? Let's be fair. How are we looking? 13 minutes. Distance 20 nautical miles. Okay, cool. Let's pump up the speed. Where are we here? What's this? 20 nautical miles, okay. 35. 50, there we go. There he is there. Let's just go to 35 for the minute. We'll shave it down as we go, shall we? That great big lake of algae. Was it a field? That must be a lake, surely. Mental. Okay, so we're approaching it now. Here we are. Let's just zoom in again. So we're now on 20 nautical miles. Okay, cool. So 8 minutes until we get there. Let's just bring ourselves down a little bit. Turn off the autopilot for the moment, just to kind of get ourselves climatized to where we are. That's right. Let's just get ourselves down. Okay, you can see our shadow ahead of us, just there. So yeah, so we're coming down quite low here. There we go. This is good. Reminds me a little bit of the Serengeti, actually, doesn't it? In Africa, don't you think? It's a little bit like it. Oh, we just pop that up. There we go. Cool. Just wanted to make sure I was recording my audio. Talking to nobody. I did that before. Did it a couple of times, actually. So we've got like hours of footage of me recording myself flying and talking to myself that have been completely wasted. I hope you guys are enjoying this mix of you know, chatting and commentary with like just some nice gentle hums of the motor for you to enjoy, to sit back and relax. Enjoy the flight. If anyone knows of anybody that actually does this for reals, where they've actually got, you know, they're doing the bush flying and they have that exact ethos where they, you know, they talk for a bit and then they just sort of like don't talk and just concentrate on flying, that'd be cool. I'd love to watch a YouTube video that does that. That'd be really sweet. Okay, so about 5 minutes away. Should start to see some signs of civilization in a minute. So we've got this giant river to cross here. Then we've got, which then have two lakes on our left-hand side of us. After this big river. And it looks like we cross over another sort of portion of the river. And then we should hopefully see the runway, but I think what we need to do is we need to just zoom in slightly. Let me just come down here a sec. So we'll just zoom in again. Maybe one more time actually, there we go. That should give us a better representation of what we're looking at. So yeah, we've just gone over this river. Cool. Then we've got the two large lakes, that's those two over there that are kind of linked. Well, it's basically one lake, but it's got like a narrow bit in the middle, bit of land that kind of separates the two of them. That's cool. Still just following the magenta line at the moment. Just whack our landing lights on, get our beacon on as well. Now, following the video I did in the Dominican Republic, my friend Alex, who watched it, said that I didn't actually need to have full flaps. I didn't even have to do complete flaps to come down. He said that apparently you just don't need it. You can just slow down quite easily in the Dominican Republic, mostly because it's quite windy. So if you're landing in and you're coming in for a land, you only really need one level of flaps. And I think that's probably the same here. Really, we probably only need one level of flaps. We haven't actually seen the runway yet, so I'm not going to bother with the flaps just yet. Okay, I think we're starting to see some signs of civilization now coming up ahead of us on the horizon there. What I think we'll do is we'll just come back onto the screen a second and just zoom in again. There we go. So that's now put us at 5 nautical miles. Cool. Let's just get onto that magenta line. Just flying over this island now. So we're over this way somewhere. Just above 500 feet. Well, we know this is sea level because that's the sea in front of us, so that is the Pacific Ocean. So we should hopefully get a good idea of what we're doing here. So things are looking pretty good by the seams of things. Okay, I was wrong. That's not civilization. That's just a bunch of stuff. Okay, well the runway's right ahead of us apparently. right ahead of us. Haven't seen it yet. We've got this lake here to go over, and then it should be around here somewhere. Or a bit further back, maybe a bit sort of towards that way. So yeah, we shall see. Oh, what's this here? This is the bloody airport here. Oh, for God's sake, Rob. How the hell did you miss that? Right. Clearly, I'm mad. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got a nice angle. We can take over this river bit, this big lake here, sorry. Or we could go over from that side over there. What should we do? It's a shame you can't get the wind direction. Okay, let's just do this one, because this looks like it's... It's still open? Yeah, it's like a little hut down there. Windsock. What's the windsock doing? The windsock is going... Okay, so so the wind is coming from this direction, so we need to actually land... Oh, there is a town over there, look. There's a town. Let's just go have a look at the town for a minute while we're here. We saw the photographs earlier. It would be a bit odd if we didn't go have a little look. We use this as an opportunity to throttle down a bit. Is that a grass runway? I know, just the town. Cute little Alaskan fishing village. Must be an Eskimo name or something, because it's or maybe even a North American Indian name, perhaps. I think North American Indians and Eskimos are the same thing, aren't they? Or is that incredibly naive, borderline racist that I just said there? Hopefully not. Let me know in the comments. Right. Okay. So looks nice. Yep, looks nice. Sweet. Right. Let's pull back on our throttle. We've got flaps set at full retraction at the moment because we are just looking to bring her down nice and gently. We're just going to sort of level out this way slightly, and then we're going to turn ourselves around in on it. If you look over here, look, you can see the lights of the runway there. So that's good. So we've got the runway lights, which is nice. We should have plenty of runway to work with as well, just to slow ourselves down. Because this is a bush plane, braking it can be because it's tail dragger, braking can be a bit of a bitch, as you know from all my other videos. I've often gone arse over tit when I've tried to land. That, to be fair, that's been on when I've been trying to land on the actual bush rather than concrete, which is what we got here. So we got two red lines, 2 red dots. Okay, so we're too high. 1 red dot, definitely too high. Need to bring that down to all 4 red. Okay, let's power ourselves down to about there. There we go. We need red, we don't need white. We need red, not white. Okay, red. Red. There we go. Then 1 more red. Oh. These are right. How's this for landing? So steer ourselves here. We'll slowly start to brake. Don't want to go arse over tit now, do we? No, we don't. So we'll just come down, throttle off completely. think you'll find that was a nice, smooth landing. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, let's just come to a little stop here. Oh, let's just turn to the right because that's where the road goes. And we've got a bit of parking bay here. We'll just park up here. That looks good. Just adjust ourselves, turn ourselves around so we're facing this way and come to a nice gentle stop if we can. Yeah. Parking brake on. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Right, let's just go through all of this and just turn all this off. So fuel pumps are off. Yep. Strobe lights off. Nav lights off, strobe lights off, taxi light. We should have put that on really, we didn't. Cool, we'll turn the left magenta off. Right, get our avionics turned off, turn off our battery switch, and then turn off the engine. And we want to set this fuel pump to off as well. Don't know what that button does. This is the horn, which doesn't work on this one for some reason. Probably because I've switched it all off. And yeah, there we go. I'll just put the throttle up there because that gets on my legs. Cool, let's grab a bag. Sweet. And let's get out of here. In fact, actually, we need to open the door, don't we? One moment, please, everyone. Here we go. So I'll just jump out. Bump. Cool. Well, thank you again, everyone, for flying for So Sick Airways. This is part 1 of a multi-part series where we're going to be flying to Japan. And so far, we've managed to go from, let's have a quick look. Oh, I need to go onto here, and I need to switch it to this. And we've ended up here. We were going to be going all the way down there, but obviously that's far greater distance than I realised. But we have made some good headway. We've gone from Papa Alpha Kilo Lima all the way south, bend round to the west. Sorry, south, yeah, bend round to the west, gone west, a little bit south, and we've landed here. So I personally am pretty happy with that. We're going to make a note of it. So in the next one, we will be flying from Papa Alpha India. Cool. Thanks so much, guys. I've been your pilot captain, Rob. See you on the next one. Ta-ta for now.